One of the big ones that got included this in this standard, dropped objects.
Yes, this is a new addition. There wasn't much guidance on dropped objects previously. It's not an enormous amount of information here because it is highly site dependent, but this new section of the standard does refer you to something you can look for when you're purchasing dropped object prevention. Things like lanyards, wrist straps, tool restraints, things like that. There's a few international standards. We don't have one in the Australian series, but there are a few international standards you can look for to ensure you're buying a certified and weight rated restraint.
But I think the biggest thing here is it's now been identified in selection, maintenance and use of. So when working at heights, it's something that you have to take into consideration. So it is a good step forward. All right, the next part, working on inclined surfaces. So take us on that one.
Yeah, so this is a section that we've carried over from the previous standard. When we were revising, a lot of people were asking for a specific angle which is defined as an inclined surface. That's really hard to specify a specific angle because of a number of factors going into it. So we've landed on a bit of a definition here where you need to use a fall arrest system where the surface is inclined enough or is slippery such that a person who loses their footing would slide towards that fall hazard. The next part of that is, at what point am I no longer using a fall arrest system and do I need something else like a work positioning system or guard railing around that area? And that's defined as where the surface is inclined or slippery enough such that the person's weight is bared by the fall protection system instead of them standing on their own accord. So that's where you would need to start using work positioning or some other passive form of fall protection like guardrails.
Yep, because they're no longer fully dependent on their own feet, basically, to keeping them upright.